So, I'm not sure if this counts as a spoiler in terms of The Last Jedi, but I stock up on some health insurance. It's a must. It's a must for this film. What's going on, everyone? This is Liam Catterson here, and today we're going to do a non-spoiler review for Star Wars Episode number 8, The Last Jedi. So I'm going to be uploading 2 videos to this. I'm going to be uploading the spoiler one afterwards. So this is... I don't know how to describe this because I don't want to do this because of the fact that I want to get into the nitty-gritty and all the juicy details, because I do believe Star Wars Episode 8 is probably the best movie of 2017, but there's a lot of stuff that I want to talk about. It's really good. It does have its flaws. It's weak in the middle of the story, but overall the story is intense to watch. You're going to enjoy a lot of things about that movie. I know there have been a huge amount of people who are not really comfortable with certain moves in the movie that are made, and that's fine. We all have our opinion. I do address these in my I'm going to address these because, of course, this is filming before I do delve into the spoiler review. But yeah, some people. It depends what your preference is, because on some of the criticisms some people have about the film, I'm okay with them. So it really depends on where you stand personally. So, but no, it's a really enjoyable movie. I just really loved the story throughout it, and it was something that I was so hyped for. There's going to be some questions that will get answered, and probably up to interpretation by the end of the film, but it's going to leave a lot of mystery as well as to what happens next. There's going to be a little, I don't know, you will probably draw a little plan of like what you expect to come in Episode 9 given the events of Episode 8, but it certainly does look in my opinion, it does look promising, and I can't wait to see what Ryan does for the new trilogy that will come out, of course, after Star Wars Episode 9, the new trilogy that is being worked on. But you're going to go through a range of emotions, definitely, in terms of episodes, not 7, in terms of Episode 8, because there were tears, definitely, especially with Carrie Fisher being there. There was laughter, joy, basically the whole emotional spectrum you will experience watching The Last Jedi, and it was just a delight to watch. If I had to choose 3 favourite characters, it would be Poe number 1, definitely, because I felt like he was a vast improvement to what we saw in Episode 7. And that's really good, because I wanted a bit more, like, development over Poe, and we got that. Like, we got a bit more, like, juicy stuff from him. Number 2 would probably be Kylo Ren, because I thought he was more compelling as a villain in Episode 8 than I did in Episode 7. I really enjoyed it in Episode 7, but he really delivered, and Adam Driver's performance was just, like, really, really good. He nailed it in this one. I think he was really good in Episode 7, but he's, like, vastly improved tenfold in Episode 8, and I just really, really enjoyed everything that he was in. It was just a really, really... I don't know. I mean, I don't think a lot of people found him threatening, because I know a lot of people did take the piss out of him in Episode 7, whether you are focusing on him being too skinny or, you know, the Kylo Rage stuff. But he was a lot more threatening in this one, and I really, really enjoyed seeing him come to life in Episode 8. And then number 3, Luke Skywalker, because we've been waiting 2 years for Luke to finally make a move, and there was some interesting qualities about this Luke, because of course this Luke is vastly different to the one in Return of the Jedi in age. Like, he's gone through a lot more experiences that we will not have known of, but there was some interesting things, and some people might not be too in tune with a lot of stuff that is written for Mark, but I really did love, like, seeing Luke, of course, and it was really, really interesting. Like, there was some stuff that he did that really, really had me, really. So I just really loved seeing Luke Skywalker as well. But he was just an interesting character up until, you know, the final scenes of the film that he was in. He was just really, really awesome. Like, I was so... I mean, this is 2 years of waiting. So you had to be captivated by what, you know, Luke was going to do. And it was just an incredible experience for me. But no, the story was just really great. A bit weakish in the middle. But, I mean, it did have its importance, which I will get onto in the spoiler review, of course. But, no, I really, really felt that the cast in this, like, the entire cast was just incredible. Carrie, I think they did a great, I think Carrie did a really, really incredible job, of course, and they really wrote her well, in my opinion, like, as I expected. Everything was just really good. The Porgs was just amazing to watch as well. Like, of course, people did fear they would become the new Ewoks of the new trilogy, but they are more than that, and you're going to love the Porgs. BB-8, I think he is more, like, adoring to watch than he was in episode 7. He was just really, really, like, there was a lot of times where I was just, like, rooting for BB-8 because he was just really, really lovely to watch. But, no, everything about, like, Snoke was really, really... This is our, like, first time, of course, we get to see Snoke in the flesh, as seen in the trailers. And, damn, he was a bit daunting, but... No, it was a really great movie. I'd give it probably an 8 out of 10, given its flaws. I mean, it's not the perfect Star Wars movie, and I think I'd rate it second in the all-time Star... That includes Rogue One as well. In the all-time Star Wars movies, but it was really, really interesting. It was certainly the most enjoyable experience that I had, because, like I said, you went through a range of emotions, and I was just captivated. Through a lot of scenes. Like I said, there were some weak points about that, and I'll get discussing about that, apart from the weakish in the middle part, because there are some stuff that I want to point out in terms of cons that are spoilerific. But overall, I think they did a really, really good job of episode... I was going to call it episode 6, but no, they did a good job of that too, but it was episode 8, and I think it was a really, really enjoyable movie to watch, and I'm really interested to see where episode 9 goes from here, especially what happens in the film, of course. But yes, I'm hoping that, because this is a bitch to do a non-spoiler review, but I'd give it a watch. It's a really, really imperative, well, I mean, all the films really are, but this one is a really, really mouth-watering film to watch. You guys are probably going to love it. There's going to be a bit of conflict going on in terms of some people's minds who do watch The Last Jedi, depending on where you stand. But of course, every opinion can be different, like mine is to a lot of criticisms that are thrown in about the movie. But it's really, really an enjoyable film to watch, with all the scenes that are incorporated in the film, the performances. The story itself is really neat. Although, like I said, the middle was a bit wonky, in my opinion, but from the start and the ending of the film, which just, you know, had me clenching onto the seats. There was a lot. You're going to love the amount of shocks you go through in terms of The Last Jedi, or emotions overall. It's just one of those films where you just can't let your eye off the ball, and I just can't wait to see what episode 9 has to deliver. So, if you, I feel sorry for the spoiler guys who have to go through this and have to analyse what I have to say in terms of, like, trying to avoid spoilers and whatnot. It's a bitch to go through. I want to let it out, but thankfully that part's over now. So I'm going to get started on my spoiler review. Hope you guys who haven't, I'm screwing up now, but hope you guys who haven't seen the movie yet enjoy it, because it is an enjoyable film. Does have its flaws, but no film is perfect at all. So, but no, it was a really fine addition. Probably, like, well, there's only 2 movies out of the new trilogy, but it is the best one. Better than The Force Awakens. It's more original, because I know a lot of criticisms about The Force Awakens were it was basically a New Hope rehash, which I was okay with, because I'd be a hypocrite if I was complaining about rehashes and whatnot. But it's more original. It does borrow some elements from like from previous Star Wars movies. I won't name which because that might spoil. Well, it will spoil actually, but it does borrow some elements, but it has its more original take. So, like I said, 8 out of 10 for me, I would rate it. It was a really enjoyable film. Does leave a lot of mystery up into what happens next. And some stuff will get answered, but you'll have to wait and see what that is all about and what gets answered. Because there were a lot of questions after The Force Awakens, but some of those questions might be answered. Which ones? It's up for you to watch and find out. But no, that's my non-spoiler review. Hope you guys enjoyed that. You can leave your predictions for those who haven't seen the movie yet over what will happen, and I'll just be I'll just pull a certain emotion behind whatever comment you make, because it could be I think Han Solo's going to come back and kick ass or something like that. So but no, I can't wait to see what your opinions will be about this movie, because it's a really interesting subject, The Last Jedi. So I'll be interested to see that. So until then, I hope you guys take care. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my Media Feeds channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!